Yeah, just tell me when. I don't have Discord up. So.
Okay. We're live.
Hello, welcome. This is Nikita, Mystery of the Hidden Treasure. I am Havrd, and co-commentating with me is Jan Mumrick. Before we start, I'm just gonna show you that this monster over here, his sword size is random at startup, and when practicing I got one of the bigger ones I've seen, so I've gotten bigger ones, but let's just start the run. So whenever I move, that's the start. I'll tell you, Jack. So 3, 2, 1, and start. So again, welcome. This is Nikita, Mystery of the Hidden Treasure. We are going to use some invulnerability frames to get across this water and skip every tutorial in the game. And hopefully I can skip this one as well without dying. Oh, that's actually really hard. So now you can see his sword is like non-existent. It's totally random. Nikita is a superhero, so when she jumps into something above her head, she flies. And she can also climb walls, but this is really hard. So yeah, now Jan can.
Yeah, this is like the hardest skip in the game, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's nice that it's in the first level.
So
yeah, this is Nikita. It's a beautiful 3D platformer from what is it? 2008, six. Okay.
Yes.
And it was supposed to be Captain Claw 2. But yeah, it became this instead, which we are grateful for because it's a great speed game.
So what I just did, I ran off that sign and it gave me a triple jump, which is very helpful. So I'm now at the end of the level and I'm just going to the end. Also, I don't know why, but when you pick up things and do things, there's like these pop-ups that happen. I'm not sure if you can read them, but...
Yeah, the game is it's very easy to modify.
Yeah. So
we're right now he's using a hackathon special edit to all the texts.
So we are about to do probably the hardest trick in the run. A really weird glitch we call winner hovering. So I messed it up. I'm dying, and then while the screen is fading in, I am walking into a cutscene. And if done correctly, I will, well, you'll see what happens if I do it correctly. I have to do this to get, to complete the level, so there we go. We are now winner hovering. I can walk on the air. The game currently thinks I am on a skateboard, but I am not. If I press space, I will teleport back to where I did the glitch. If I press S, I conveniently just fall down into the level transition. So the history of this game is really interesting. Me, Jan Mumrick, and Suicide Machine just did it as a blind race, like 2 years ago, probably by now. And it was actually a really fun blind race, and we started routing it. And this is the game that has like never stopped giving. Also, I have to kill these spiders because
yeah, this is just one of those games where you keep on finding new stuff every time you return to it.
Yeah. So at ESA last year we played it way too much, and we like revolutionized the game again. And just for de-rusting for this marathon, I've found 2 new skips that we are going to show off.
Yeah, we introduced it to a bunch of people at ESA last year, and one of them was Kung Cobra.
Yeah,
and he found a very interesting thing that when you spam print screen in this game, it lags the game so much that it allows you to easier jump up really precise double jumps. So like jumps that I couldn't get even once in 6 hours, I could now do consistently.
This is a PC game. I am playing with one hand, so you can imagine what I'm doing with my other hand. Also read these like loading screens, very important. Yeah, so a glitch I did there in the last level is if you land on a trampoline and you don't move, you can actually change the like trajectory the trampoline is supposed to give you. So I did that to just skip the rest of the level.
Yeah, and the trampolines are supposed to have a forced trajectory to move you to certain locations. But as long as you don't hold any directional key while landing on it, you can change direction in the air.
Yeah. Also, it's very easy for people to just look at this game and be like, yeah, this doesn't look anything much. But not only is it hard, it's a lot of fun. And it's actually a very good speed game. It's one of my more favorite ones.
And it's a perfect game for the one-hand emote.
Yeah. So we are reaching the end of the level because we just jumped out early. And we have to kill all these pigs. Oh, I can't. Been unlucky there with the pig position. So this fight is not good at all now. Didn't get him.
Yeah, this game also likes to sort of recycle levels. So we will be revisiting this level in a slightly different format. And we will revisit the last level in the next level.
Yeah, so we're back at the Castle 1, we are now in Castle 2. Here is the first place we will use a new skip. Before we used to do this really convoluted thing while opening a door, getting on the door, getting on this like target thing and jumping above the castle. I messed up already. I have to make sure I single jump into this tree because if not I can't jump off it.
But the door method is still slightly faster, right?
Yeah.
But not harder.
Yeah, it's like if you gold it, it's faster. And this is like, you can always get close to the gold of the door method. So we are now behind the castle and we're just going to go on the floor of the world. So you can see like all the things we're skipping. All of these levels are actually really big. And our blind race was what, like 2.5 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes?
Yeah. There are some interesting boss fights that we skip.
Yeah. The all bosses category of this game is almost done being routed, so feel free to hop on that. Hop on that. That will be some hot stuff. This is not an indie game, it's a kids game though. Rennie Night. So we're just reaching the next level. It used to be one of the like most painful levels ever before Kung Cobra found the print screen jumping. So we are now in like Aztec themed world, and if you didn't know it by now, we will just run backwards up walls because Robbie backpedaling is a thing. And we're just gonna run on the side of the level. It's actually really hard because there's these like things we have to jump over afterwards. And if you fall off, you have to restart the level, so. I just have to make sure I get a triple jump there. I didn't. So if I walk off and jump at the correct time, I'll get a triple jump. But I'm being... There we go. And then print screen spam for the last one to get that bit more height that I need.
Yeah, it's really nice. A lot of these levels like to loop around, so the ending is close to the start. So as long as you find a way to go out of bounds somewhere, you can easily finish a level fast. So.
And the game has like so many interesting mechanics that that it's actually really fun to route and play. So again, what Jen just said, even though the levels are really big, and this one is probably the biggest, being like an hour long and having 2 boss fights, you can just get on this rock and get unlimited jumps and sort of like exit the level.
Going from a snowy landscape to palms.
Yeah. So this is the biggest softlock level. There's a boss fight at the end, and we can't skip him. We just have to get to him as fast as possible, but doing that we will only have 1 life left. And if we die the same time he dies, or we push him in the water, we just softlock. So let's not do that. And we have to make sure we don't die to these sharks, because we have only 1 life, and we need to just get to the end as fast as we can. We're gonna do some more skipping on the water later in this level, so I have to refill my life. And life pots are kind of bad for that. I need to not mess this up. I'm on like a 1 pixel slope here.
Yeah, life pots only give you back one life, so it's just easier to get a checkpoint than suicide.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do here. I grab the checkpoint. Nice dying animation. Not that's what the game comes with, I'm sure. And then we just get something over our head, and then we press space. It's very, like, all these are very fine movements I have to do to actually get up and around and.
Yeah,
so,
and he, like as he said, he's playing with one hand, so this is just like moving around with side arrows.
Yeah, it's
so being precise is kind of hard.
W, A, S, and D in space. So in front of us now, so I have to go around this hill, and if I do right, I don't have to lose a life. Okay, good. That makes it so that we more or less cannot softlock. So to my right, there's gonna be a ship appearing in a cutscene we skip. And it's this one, so I'll just start turning while the cutscene is starting, so I save a bit of time. We get on the ship, and here's the boss, and we just need to make sure that he doesn't fall in the water now. Okay, good. Yeah, we're almost done. This is we're back in the volcano level. This is where we like exited it earlier, and we're gonna do a new skip here as well. So we used to open this door ahead of us, but instead of doing that, we're gonna Robbie backpedal up this house, get on this stump, and all of these are very slippery surfaces. I can very easily fall off if I land on the wrong spots and stuff. So again, this tree's slippery. We have to back walk up it because that works. To get on this branch, and again everything's very slippery, so I have to be very careful. And now we're skating on the air. In this level you actually get to meet Spyro the Dragon, but he's kind of slow, although he has like the best animation in the game. Should have made an a incentive to show him off, but yeah, we're getting close to the end of this level, and then we're almost done. This used to be the worst skip in the game, this hill up here. I'm gonna try to do it the old way once, and then I'll just print screen my way up. So before, you have to be really careful here. Run at a set angle and then double jump up here, like that. But instead, we can just print screen up now. Bless Kung Cobra. There, and now we are at the last level. So you can talk about the last level, John.
The last level used to be, oof, oh boy, was something. It's a really long level. You first have to go through just a decent amount of the level to start, or like to get to the point where you have to start collecting cannonballs. And you need to collect 20 cannonballs that are scattered throughout the level. Then you need to return to the castle. You need to like get a key, you need to then get on top of the castle, get to the cannons, shoot the cannons, then spawn the ships, and then you can go around on these turtles to get to the final ship where you fight the boss. And once you fought the boss, you go down and explode some bombs.
Yeah, and then the boss is dead. But that boss fight is probably like the hardest boss fight in the history of video games, I would say. It's actually the worst. But luckily, we are just gonna run over here to this hill, and then you'll see something appearing in the water. And it's like some coins and stuff. You can see a flag out there in the turtle he was talking about at the end of the level. You can see some things popping out, and you'll see a fuse. For some reason, that's the end level trigger, the fuse. I just need to attack that at the right moment. So I did, it's dead. Now we just have to move, and then when the trigger starts, the cutscene starts, that's time. That'll be any moment now. Time.
Easy.
So